What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it has been a minute since I last did a sort of room update, and a lot has changed. And I kind of have purposely waited on doing an update just because I knew that a lot of stuff was coming in and just other stuff like that. So I have waited a minute to do this update, but everything basically is set, how it'll be for now at least. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys a rundown. So the first thing is up here, I did add the 3 figures. I did have 3 figures up here for a bit, and then I ended up taking them down. But I had to actually just move these figures to the left because they used to be over here. Because what I did was I put my KOTOR figures over here because I used to have a ton of figures in my closet, but I don't anymore just because I feel like they're better displayed out here. And these are 2 of my favorite vintage collection figures because I love Darth Revan. So having them out here with HK47, I feel like just made more sense. So by doing that, I had to move these figures over here. And as you can see, for the most part, all these are the same. A difference as well is I have 3 of these blue box Clone Wars figures packaged here because I did keep my pre-Vizsla that I got from the toy department sealed. Really cool figure. So yeah, I'm taking a look down here. The Starfighters are the same, and all the figures on the wall over here are the same as well. Now, taking a look at the part that has changed pretty drastically since the last update. So on the top here, as you can see over here, the Jedi collection is not like how it used to be up here, at least. Because beforehand, if you remember, I had like all my different Jedi kind of in this area, which was cool, but you know, I feel like I just need to give them a better place to be displayed. So right now, instead, these are all just Anakin and Obi-Wan figures, and then a few duplicate Jedi that I had. But yeah, for the most part, as you can see, it's all Anakins, all Obi-Wans, and then we have, you know, Padme's obviously, and just Phantom Menace figures. But I really like how that looks, and I think it was a good change to make. Coming over here, as you can see, we have my brand new Captain Fox, Phase 2 Captain Fox, the last Phase 2 trooper that I needed to complete all the Phase 2 Clone Wars style clone troopers that were made. I did give him a fix-up by giving him the white on his chin. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, they don't fix him up. For those of you who don't know, this figure had a manufacturing issue where his white chin on his helmet was not white, it was just red, and it looked really weird. So I just went ahead and fixed it using white paint. But yeah, you know, people don't like doing that. But anyways, this figure is one of my favorite figures I have. And then behind him are the brand new 2024 updated molds for the Clone Troopers. I got them in the 4-pack at the beginning of June, and I love those guys. They are really cool. And then we veer off into the 501st and you know, just some other stuff. Just move some figures around. This is like really off topic, but that red trooper right there, he was originally supposed to have a macro binocular like that green guy, and to put the macro binoculars on, as you can see, there's like a little stud poking out of the side of the helmet, and his macro binoculars were missing, and so I ended up just shaving down the studs because he kind of looked like Shrek a little bit. But so I did that, which I think is pretty cool. And then so I used to have my sealed Clone Wars Commander Fox where Appo is, but if you guys saw my video yesterday, I picked up Appo at Toys and Time Forgot for a very good price, and I think he's such a cool looking figure. He's so basic because he's just a 501st, but something about that pauldron just makes him look so sick. So I put him there instead, next to the Clone Bubble pilot, whatever that guy is. And then I also put some Gungans back here. So we have Jar Jar Binks, Captain Tarfles, and then I forget what that guy's name is, but yeah, I've got some Gungans, and then I put a droid there. Also, I took out, oh, what's his name? He's the pilot guy, I forget, but I put Biggs there instead. So yeah, you know, not huge changes. I think the biggest change was just moving all the Jedi, like the different named Jedi, out of this display. But yeah, here's where a humongous change occurs. The second shelf, these are all my Jedi. And I am so proud of this collection. It is So sick. And I really love that I just moved them all down here. So they all have their own shelf, and you really are able to look at them a lot better than whenever they were kind of mixed in with the clones and everybody. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go through them. I'm not gonna touch on all of them necessarily, but I am gonna go through them because this is the first time you guys will be seeing them all in mass. So yeah, starting off in the back corner here, as you can see, we have one of my Jedi Council sets. These things are really sick, and I actually didn't know about them until I came across them at Happy Patties, but this one in particular was really fun to get because I knocked off 3 Jedi in one go. Yarael Poof, Depa Billaba, and Yaddle. And this is the only place you can get a 3.75 inch Depa Billaba, which I think is pretty cool. I got it for like 30 bucks as well, which is a pretty good price. And then looking back here, we have the second set I got that I got Oppo Rancisis, Evan PL, and Mace Windu. And then that Qui-Gon Jinn was just put back there. But yeah, so with this one I knocked out 2 Jedi, which is pretty cool. And then right here, this part of the display is more of like the movie Jedi, the ones that are like the very prominent Jedi that you could look at and easily know who they were. So we got Luminar and Barriss. We have my vintage collection, Mace Windu. For some reason I have like 5 Mace Windus. I don't know why, but that one's my favorite one. We have my brand new Saucy Tin there with his robe. And then my brand new Ki-Adi-Mundi as well. I used to have the Clone Wars one there, but now it is the live action version. Then we have the Clone Wars Kit Fisto next to his apprentice, Nadar Veb. I found Nadar at Applejack's for 30 bucks, which is pretty cool. Agen Kolar here, really cool figure. One of my favorites, we have Quinlan Vos. Really like that version of him. Here we have Plo Koon. Just, you know, you can never go wrong with Plo Koon. And then we have Shaak Ti. This one I've had for a very long time, this Aayla Secura. She's a very old figure of mine, and I really do like her. Animated Ahsoka. I do have 2 of this figure for some reason, but she has Stinky in her backpack. I recently opened this one. It's Das Ali. Really cool figure. And so yeah, that's like mainly, you know, my Jedi Council figures, you know, ones you can easily name. And then we kind of veer off into Geonosis. Why did I just say Clone Troopers? They're Jedi. Now we kind of veer off into Legends and Geonosis ones that you might not know. So here we have Roth Del Masona. He came in the Geonosis 2-pack, and so did Joe Claude Danva. It's pretty cool. It's like wanted to focus. Let's see. There we go. And then next to him, that Rodian. His name is literally just Rodian Jedi. And I was able to find him for 20 bucks at Happy's, which is a great deal. Behind them, we have Sora Bulk. He's a Weequay Jedi. And then behind them, actually, this is another Jedi Council member, but it is Eeth Koth. And then as you can see, this one here with the cloak, that is Master Sev. And then we have Pablo Jill behind him. Right here we have Stas Ali's cousin, Adi Gallia. He's pretty cool. And then this one, he's one of my most rare Jedi I have, Sidlig Kenjin. I got him for 60 bucks, which is not a bad price at all. And he's also one of my favorites. I just really like him. And then next to him, we have Boltar Swan. She was in the movies and the comics as well. But then behind her, another rare one, we have Roan Shrine. I really like his cloak. And then I know that I said I have all my Anakins and Obi-Wans up there, but this Anakin I just like having back here. So we have the Tartakovsky Anakin, which is pretty cool. Another one of my favorites, that is Tarados Gone in the white robes. I think he's a really cool Jedi. I forget what his species is, but really, really neat Jedi. I love whenever they turn aliens into Jedi like that. Really cool. Speaking of which, we have a Twi'lek Jedi. That's literally all he's called, just a Twi'lek Jedi. Galen Merrick, obviously, really cool figure. This girl with the scuffed hairline, her name is Sarissa Jang. She's one that I was really happy to finally pick up. Again, she's a Toys R Us Jedi, so she's rare. Here we have Kat Quinn, another really rare one of my rarest. Really happy to have got her. And then my last Toys R Us Jedi I have is this Seth Jet Josal. He was also seen like actually in the movie, so was Sarissa. And I like his sort of orangish tan nougat robe. Behind him we have the Luke Skywalker's concept, which was Starkiller Hero. And then this one I got yesterday for $10. We have the fully articulated FX Search, and I had the statue version there for a long time, but I really wanted to get this version of him because I really like how it looks and he's really articulate and stuff. So to get him was for $10 was just the deal of a lifetime. And he did come with his robe, but I'm just in the process of trying to clean it because I think the reason why it was $10 was just because his robe was a little crusty. So we're cleaning that up though. Then the back there, this one was from my grandma's house. We have Coleman Trevor. Actually, whenever I went to the Toys Time Forgot, they had this is the one from like 2002, the original one, but they did remake him in a Geonosis 2-pack, and that figure is very expensive, and they had him there for like $70, and I was like, oh man. So he's pretty cool. Up here, this is one that I had been looking at for a really long time, and I got him, and he's really, really cool. It is Asurat Het, who later turns into Darth Krayt from the comics and everything, so he's pretty cool. Behind him is Cade Skywalker, another one that I was after for a very long time, and I was able to get him on eBay because I got a $200 like gift card for graduation, and I just used it all on Jedi on eBay, which was really, really, really cool. This is Bastila Shan, a really iconic character from the KOTOR series. Really, really love her. She has her double-bladed yellow lightsaber. Really, really cool figure. And she was last made in the Vintage Collection. I mean, this is the figure that was last made of her. Obviously, they remade her in the Black Series, but I always kind of put off getting this figure. Like, I always put it off because I thought, like, oh, you know, they might remake her, but you really don't know if they're going to remake her. And I was able to come across her for $40 at Toy Department, so I went ahead and bit the bullet, and I am glad that I did. Because I've seen her for people love to sell this figure for way too much money. And then behind her is the only Jedi that's custom. I made a custom Jedi using a Ki-Adi-Mundi body that my brother and dad got for me as fodder. So I just made a little custom Jedi right there. And then next to him we have my Tartakovsky Jedi. Roran Korab is the hammerhead there. Fal Modama is that beast. And then Volbith Vaughn is the wolf guy, which is pretty cool. And now we kind of get into the Legends characters. We have Kofi Arcana, I believe. He came in a 2-pack comic with Boltar Swan. We have the New Republic Luke, which I picked up really just because I love that robe design. It's like a really unique design. I've never seen it before. So that's honestly my favorite Luke I have. And I have him next to Mara Jade, his wife. So it makes sense that I got that guy. And then we have our little Padawan. So obviously Yoda is sat here on his little floaty device thing. And then we have, oh, what's his name? Is his name Zek or something? I think it starts with a Z, but that's the guy that he like fought. He was killed by those Padawan first at the temple, but he was played by George Lucas's son. And then we have Padawan Anakin. Oh, what's his name? I think his name is Cheyenne. This guy, this little is he a Nikto? I think he might be a Nikto. I don't know. And then we have Ashla, obviously, who is a Torgruta, and they have their little practicey thing. So yeah, that is just a rundown of all the Jedi. This is my favorite part of my collection. I absolutely love it. So thankful that I was able to get them all. And well, I don't have all the Jedi, but I mean, I have the ones that are left are just ones that are very expensive and kind of just side quests, honestly. I feel like I have completed the main quest and the rest are just fun little extras because I really got all the ones that I really, really wanted. You know, it was just these last couple Toys R Us Jedi that I really was after, and to finally get them really, really was cool. So that is that. Now looking on the bottom here, this shelf has also changed pretty drastically. So this is kind of where I keep my more bad guys, as well as my Padme collection. So basically, if you guys saw the video yesterday, I did pick up the Tantive 4 hallway set, and I did not expect it to be this big, because I have the cantina, and the cantina is probably about from there to here, and this is way bigger. So I was originally going to put this on my other shelf, but I realized it wouldn't work, so I just decided to put it down here, and I actually really like it, because it just looks like a normal ship sort of thing. So I decided to go ahead and set up my bad guys. So one of my favorite figures to come out from this year, if not my favorite figure to be released this year in the vintage collection, is the deluxe Jango Fett figure. This is the definitive Jango Fett figure. If you don't have it and you're into this stuff, please go get it, because this figure is sick. They knocked it out of the park, and yeah, really like that figure. And then now we're kind of into like some Force Unleashed stuff. So we have Juno Eclipse back there. We have Starkiller. Starkiller is a bit weird, but yeah, really cool figure. And then I picked this guy up recently, Proxy. He's really cool. I got him at the toy department. And then we have Sith Stalker Starkiller, which is just a sick looking character. And it's funny because I used to have both these guys and I lost them, and so I had to rebuy them. And they're obviously a lot more expensive than whenever they sold for retail. But here we have Maris Brood, which is a really cool character. It'd be really cool to pick up that Shaak Ti. For those of you who don't know, Maris Brood was Shaak Ti's apprentice in The Force Unleashed. But the Shaak Ti figure is crazy expensive. She kind of actually looks like this one. Here we have Darth Talon, who is also a relatively expensive figure, but I was able to get her for $50. It's pretty nice. Another great figure from this year, we have the definitive Count Dooku figure. Beautiful figure here. And then one that I was after for a very long time, we have Ventress, complete and everything, really cool. Got it for $20 at Happy Happies. And then I recently opened up this guy. We have the Clone Wars Season 7 Darth Maul, and he's a pretty cool figure as well. And then the back here we have Palpatine with Mas Omeda, and I forget that girl's name, but I believe she's the same species as Tian Madan here from Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, that's basically like my bad guys there. Really cool. I am very thankful for them. Yeah, really sick. I mean, a majority of them are from Force Unleashed, but I love the Force Unleashed a lot. So, and then over here, like I said, it's just kind of other things. So, here we have Padme from the beginning of it. Is it Attack of the? Yeah, the beginning of Attack of the Clones with oh my gosh, why am I forgetting his name? Captain Typho? Yes, Captain Typho. Okay. I was like, there was no way I'm blanking on his name. Yeah, Captain Typho and Padme there. Then we have that Royal Starship pilot behind them. And then we have a little radar dish that came with this Padme. One of my favorite Padmes, if not my favorite Padme figure, we have the Celebration Padme, who usually will not stand right, so I have to put a little R2 unit, or an astromech droid's like third leg underneath her so she can, you know, stand up normally. Here we have another Anakin from Attack of the Clones. I had this figure sealed for so long and I finally opened it. And he actually surprised me. I like him a lot better than I thought I would. But I have him recreating the scene whenever his mom had just died. As you can see, he's on the little platform, and behind him is Padme. That Padme is actually kind of rare. I did not know that, but I picked her up at the toy department. Then we have this other Padme, really cool, and then the Padme decoy. And then in the back there, as you can see, I have my little Kaminoan set up with Taunwei and some training clones. And then we have Padme's marriage with Anakin there. So yeah, that is that shelf. It's changed, obviously. It used to be a lot more different, but I like it like this. Coming down here, we have Sebulba's Pod Racer. Very cool ship. I got it for, I think, $30 at Applejacks. So we have Sebulba in there. Sebulba. It's not wanting to focus. Yeah, pretty cool. And then we have a sealed Clone Trooper and Phase 1 Clone Trooper and a 501st. And then, keeping up with the Force Unleashed, I do have a sealed Rom Coda. And then, oh yeah, here's another Jedi. I have Sui Choi. He's so cute. And then a bark trooper there. So, and then behind them I have a sealed battle pack of the shock troopers and the phase 1s. So yeah, really cool stuff here. I'm really happy with it all. I think it looks really cool. So yeah, and then looking over here, this is the crazy part. I have the 2002 gunship, brand new. I just opened it, and yeah, really cool. So I didn't know where to put it. I was gonna put it on my floating shelves, but then I was gonna be like, it was basically only like this much of it was actually sitting on the shelf because of the wings and everything, and so I would have just been paranoid that it would fall. So I ended up just putting it right here. As you can see, we have the clone helmets right there, so it all works. And yeah, you can just see it like flying in. And I like how whenever it's right here, it's right next to, you know, all the other stuff, which I think is pretty cool. But here is, here's where I ended up putting Ki-Adi-Mundi. That's that shiny that I just got yesterday, which is really cool. We have another phase 1. And then I didn't know where to put this Mandalorian, so I just put him with the other Clone Trooper, or Clone Wars figures here. And then we have the pilots in there, obviously. And then we have some phase 1s with Kit Fisto there. And yeah, they're just hanging out of the gunship. And yeah, so cool. I love it. So that is that. And then taking a look over here, we do have even more stuff because I have moved stuff over to this white shelf here. So starting off, over here, as you can see, we have a little cantina set up. We have Dexter's diner situation going on. We have Dexter with a little, you know, whatever that is, bar. It used to be over where I keep my bad guys now, but obviously I moved it because it fits more with the cantina setup. And then we have two little, you know, dudes at the cantina bar. And I would assume that this would kind of be a little like in like Tatooine area. So over here we have some, you know, terrain with a Jawa there hiding out. And then we come in and I got the Navarro Cantina for my birthday, which is really cool. So as you can see, we have Biggs and Luke talking to each other. Here's Han Solo sitting down on the seat, and we have Chewie with him there. We have Elon Sleaze-Bogano with trying to sell death sticks to Obi-Wan, and he's telling him to go home and rethink his life. The Death Trooper that this cantina came with, the Rebel Trooper that the hallway scene came with. We have a Stormtrooper getting some drinks, Pod Racer. This Stormtrooper is keeping the droids out. There's a water tower there. Here we have some Pod Racers just talking about pod racing, I guess, and then we have Watto there. So yeah, you know, it's a pretty cool setup. Here's my FX Search, my original one. I decided to put him here. And then here we have a little pilot hangar display situation going on. So here is the Saucy Tin Starfighter that I was able to pick up. Really cool Starfighter. I mean, obviously, I have all of the Clone Wars style ones, but there's a whole different, you know, a thing of Attack of the Clones ones. And his is really cool. So obviously I have Saucy in there. But it's yellow, it's orange, it's red, it's white. It's really cool Starfighter. So that's pretty sick. And then just because it's, you know, ships and stuff, I know technically these are both prequel stuff, but I do have some Rebel pilots walking around. So here's Luke, which is a really cool figure. This guy who came in the comic pack, I forget his name. And then we have another Luke over there. And then this is Darth Vader's TIE Interceptor, which is a very cool ship. I mean, I just like to think about it as just a black interceptor, but it does have, instead of Republic logos, it has Empire logos there. But I am pretending like, oh, what is his name? Soontir Fel, that's his name. Okay. Yeah, okay. I thought I was gonna forget his name, but I'm just gonna pretend like Soontir Fel is piloting this, because Soontir Fel was one of the best Imperial pilots that the Empire had ever seen. He actually was the best. So, and his outfit does like match the ship, so I'm gonna make it his ship. But yeah, really cool. I got these both yesterday, and I'm very happy with them. Also, I mentioned earlier that I moved Fox And I moved Fox and I put him up here next to the clone Senate Security Trooper that I got yesterday, because it just makes more sense to have them both here, because, you know, they kind of go hand in hand. And then over here, you know, like I said, this whole shelf is still a work in progress, but I like how it's set up for now. But I do have my senators here. We have Senator Valorum, Chancellor Palpatine. I forget this guy, but he was in the movies and the Clone Wars as well. And then he is looking at a hologram with Bail Organa of Obi-Wan. And then over here on this little stand, we have my Neimoidians with Nute Gunray there. And then, yeah, and then here's my custom concept art Anakin Skywalker. So yeah, that is that shelf. That's all of the big, huge updates. I am going to go ahead and show you guys over here. Here are my Legacy Collection sets. And up here, I did go ahead and put my minifigure case, my display case. And so yeah, I am really happy about it. It looks sick, and it does make me want to get a few more of these for my Red Dead minifigures. But yeah, so that is that. I am going to go ahead and just show you guys what I ended up doing in my closet. So as you can see here, it's a little bit messy at the moment, but I did put my remaining Black Series on the walls in here. And then I did actually open up 3 of my Clone Troopers and put them there, and then moved my KOTOR Black Series next to my Ebon Hawk. And then I also put my very favorite Black Series up here, so it's kind of Attack of the Clones into Revenge of the Sith. But anyways, guys, that is a little update, actually pretty big update of what's been going on with the room. I'm really excited about it and very thankful. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to hit like, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.